Coming up on this week's spooky edition of the Met Report, our volleyball team is looking for their best start since 2001.
A new phone app takes you over the rainbow with a click of the heels, literally.
And see what Auraria students are watching just in time for Halloween. Coming up on this week's edition of the Met Report.
Welcome to our Halloween edition of the Met Report. I'm Erica Lloyd.
And I'm Michael Ronnebaum. Halloween is a time of excitement, entertainment, and eeriness, but not edibles. Colorado parents and authorities are concerned this Halloween could be a high one. Cannabis candies are easily mistaken for mainstream candy brands, especially by young children who might not spot the differences. As long as parents monitor their children's intake this year, Halloween will be appropriately enjoyed by all. Need to tune out that Michael Myers Halloween theme song? MSU's Department of Music is mixing it up with a new jazz concentration. The program enhances students' understanding of music's evolution while aligning with today's music industry standards. Courses include traditional music theory and performance, as well as exciting new electives like songwriting.
In the mood for some scary movies that have stood the test of time? Classic black and white horror films that have scared entire generations are being played today on the Discovery Wall at the Auraria Library. This afternoon at the Halloween Film Fest, students, faculty, and staff gather to enjoy movies such as Dracula, Frankenstein, and The Blob. It is the perfect activity to set the mood for your Halloween weekend. The movies play throughout the day, with the last one beginning at 4 p.m. For a detailed schedule, visit the Auraria Library webpage.
And a new species of daddy long-legged spiders was recently discovered right here in Colorado. The new species is named after Denver biologist David Steinman, who discovered the creature while hunting in a boulder cave with his wife and son. During the same day, yet another new species of spider was discovered in Colorado's famous Cave of the Winds. So if you're looking to find new spiders here in Colorado, a creepy dark cave might be the place to go.
Oh, rats! In one recent poll by one of the nation's largest pest control companies, Denver is the 12th most rat-infested city in America. The list is based on the number of rodent treatments by the Orkin organization in 2013. The city that topped the list was Chicago, but our mile-high city has more rats than Houston, Atlanta, and Boston. And unfortunately, 'tis the season for rats to seek food, water, and shelter as the temperatures drop. It's estimated that rats and mice invade 21 million American homes each fall. Orkin recommends that people regularly inspect their homes for rodent droppings, seal any holes or cracks outside, and store all pet food in closed containers.
Looking for some tasty eats this Halloween? Why not start by getting some sweet deals at your favorite local places? Candy is not the only thing on the menu for today. Some restaurants have sweet, amazing deals for those who show up in costume. Sonic is offering 50-cent hot dogs throughout the day, but if you're in the mood for something spicier, Chipotle has $3 burritos, bowls, salads, and tacos. And if you haven't had enough sugar yet, head to Krispy Kreme for a free donut of your choice. Free donuts at Krispy Kreme. I think you can definitely sign me up, Erica.
I think so. We're going to get lots of sugar today, though.
Sure, I need all the energy I can get trying to save the world and whatnot.
That's true. That's true. We have a lot on our plate today.
We do.
Well, I heard temperatures are going to be just right for all the little trick-or-treaters out there tonight.
And Josh Kozart tells us what to expect, and it looks like he is the weather.
Yeah, guys, we have this crazy meteorological phenomenon that's happening, and it usually only ever happens right around Halloween, if you catch my breeze. All right, enough with the corny jokes. We got our current condition out there at 57 degrees here on the Auraria campus for October 31st. Now, we do have beautiful sunny skies, unlike here in the studio. Really nice temperatures today, a high of 61, low of 39, so a beautiful Halloween trick-or-treating as well. Now, we should be, for this time of year, we should see our temperatures at 61 degrees as well. So perfect. We're spot on where we should be. But for our snow, the month of October, we have not seen anything whatsoever. And everyone always says it's snowy on Halloween. Not this year. But our low temperature, usually around 29 degrees, will be just a smidge warmer than that for today. Now let's take a look at what our trick-or-treaters should expect for today. 5 o'clock, when you start getting out there to trick-or-treat, 57 degrees, and as the sun starts to drop, so do the tombstones and the temperatures. By the end of the night at 9 o'clock, when all the trick-or-treaters will be hunkered into the house and eating all their candy that they gathered up, we will see a temperature at 48 degrees. Now tomorrow, November 1st, and we're going to have some pretty warm temperatures for the 1st of November, 73 degrees, and our low temperature will be 42, and then we have winds out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour, and we are going to see some clouds, just like we're seeing here today in the studio. I'll have my full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
I have never seen a cloud quite like that one before.
Josh looks absolutely amazing. He's making all of us look
He
like
definitely
terrible.
does. I think so. I think so. Well, coming up after the break, major controversy surrounding a popular TV show's cancellation.
We had a top 25 matchup on the pitch last Wednesday night, and I'll tell you who came up on top.
Welcome back. Big news for Harry Potter fans. Author J.K. Rowling announced that she will be releasing a new story about one of Harry's most bitter enemies, just in time for Halloween. The story of Harry's delightfully evil teacher, Dolores Umbridge. Rowling made the announcement just earlier this week. The 1,700-word story will be released on Rowling's website, pottermore.com.
If a zombie apocalypse were to break out, would you be safe? Well, according to the Huffington Post, the worst place to be during the apocalypse is in Honolulu. The next worst places are New York City and Newark, New Jersey. Denver comes in at number 12 on the list. The list is compiled using such factors as highest walk score, lowest walk score density, and lowest hospital density. So if the zombies come, locate your closest hardware store and get ready.
When you encounter wildlife in the wilderness, is your first instinct to take out your phone and snap a selfie? After seeing photos on Instagram of selfies with wild bears, the U.S. Forest Service has threatened to close down areas of southern Lake Tahoe. The park is home to an estimated 35,000 bears with plenty of feeding and mating grounds. The Forest Service says these selfies are a very bad idea, as wild bears can weigh up to 500 pounds and can run 35 miles per hour in just seconds. It's a matter of safety because bears have been known to kill humans. Officials say if you encounter a bear in the park, to seek safety immediately.
As the deadly Ebola virus trickles its way through the United States, quote, fighting this disease is no reason to compromise style, reads the product page for the most controversial costume of the year. The costume, which you can purchase at brandonsale.com, consists of what appears to be a reappropriated nurse dress, a hazmat face shield, and breathing mask, safety goggles, and blue latex gloves, all for about $60. You can also purchase neon yellow boots for an additional $49.99. Too soon?
Yet another costume controversy is spreading across the country. Walmart is apologizing for their plus-sized costumes labeled online as, quote, fat girl costumes. This offensive label has pushed several consumers away from shopping at Walmart this Halloween. A spokesperson for Walmart issued a statement apologizing for the label, saying it is unacceptable and should never have been put on the website.
Well, there was no treat for one Halloween lover in California after police shut down his homemade music and light spectacular. The Riverside Press Enterprise says Kevin Judd used 12,000 lights at his friend's home in Riverside, California, and was drawing crowds of 2,000 people a night. On Sunday, the police responded to noise and traffic complaints and shut down his light display. This Wednesday, however, Judd received permission from his neighbors and an official permit to continue his popular holiday show.
Champ Bailey, a former Broncos cornerback, is set to retire from the NFL. Arguably one of the best defensive players in Broncos history, Champ Bailey announced his retirement Tuesday. Bailey spent the final 10 seasons of his 15-season career with the Broncos and was honored with a record 12 Pro Bowl selections. This season, Bailey had signed with the New Orleans Saints, but a foot injury came around preseason and he was released by the Saints before the season opener. But this marked his retirement in the books as a Bronco. Eventual induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame seems certain for Bailey, and once a Bronco, always a Bronco.
And folks, TLC has canceled their hit show Here Comes Honey Boo Boo after a scandal emerged. The family of 9-year-old pageant star Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson saw their reality show vanish after lurid details emerged about June Shannon's alleged relationship with a convicted sex offender. The news broke last weekend after the family's matriarch was seen spending time with Mark McDaniel, a man who molested Shannon's 20-year-old daughter Anna Cardwell. He was recently released from jail after he served time for aggravated child molestation. If Child Services determines the children, who are all under 18 years old, are in any danger, Shannon could lose custody of all of her children.
Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz is well known for clicking her ruby slippers, and soon phone users will be able to do the same. But don't worry, sparkling red heels are not required. The Dorothy app, as the iStrategy Labs call it, works when a user slips a Bluetooth chip called Ruby into their shoe. Users can then program the chip to do various tasks with a click of their heels. Ruby can accomplish things like ordering a pizza, requesting an Uber car, and even getting you out of a bad date by generating a fake phone call. But don't get too excited just yet. The Dorothy app is still considered a prototype, as the company is working to expand its functionality.
Halloween is not just a time for creepy crawlies and cute costumes. It's also a time to test your fears. So listen up, all adrenaline junkies. The world's first peak-to-peak suspension bridge is now open for business in the Swiss Alps. For the brave souls who dare to walk this footbridge, navigate your way on a path that is only 31 inches wide at 9,800 feet above sea level. The bridge is 351 feet long and it connects Glacier 3000 with the Red Mount. This tourist attraction opened this past Friday and is open year-round.
One very brave executive has conquered his fear of heights and set a world record. Google executive Alan Eustace has broken the record for a free fall jump, lifted 135,890 feet from the ground to the stratosphere with a helium balloon. Eustace jumped in a self-contained spacesuit. The 57-year-old even broke the speed of sound on his journey. People on the ground heard the explosion, but Eustace says he didn't even hear it. Those Ruby Slipper apps, those look amazing. I got to get one of those.
I have several of them, so please, if you want a pair, let me know.
Oh, that's right, you're from Kansas.
I am from Kansas. So the trick is Kansas, as soon as you're born there, they give you like 3 pairs of Ruby Slippers automatically. So you're kind of set.
Well, I have news for you, though. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
I have a feeling you're right. Now joining us for weather is Josh Cozart.
Speaking of crazy Kansas, we got some crazy Colorado weather happening right here. Still, this cloud is formed in our studio. It's absolutely crazy, but let's take a look at what our temperatures are going to be for today. Denver, we are going to see a high of 73 degrees, DIA at 74, Boulder 71, and down the Springs at 69 degrees. Beautiful sunny skies all across Colorado for Saturday, but today inside still chance of clouds. Now let's take a look at what Sunday's going to look like. We got some changes for Sunday. Denver, we are going to see a high of 66 degrees, DIA at 67, and Boulder at 62, 65 down in the Springs. And if you take a look at Lamar over here, 81 degrees, really toasty for them out there. And again, beautiful sunny skies for your Sunday. Now let's take a look at what our national map has in store for us this week. We have this big stationary front just starting to sweep down next to Colorado. That's what's going to kind of get some of this precipitation fired up in the southern mountains. We could see a flurry or two, 10,000 feet and above as well. And in California, just getting torrential downpour, even some snow up in the higher elevations as well. East Coast, same story, really wet and sloppy out there, and snow down in the Kentucky and Tennessee area as well. Sunday, things start to quiet down just a little bit for Sunday. High pressure system right here that pushes all that rain out to the east coast. And then as far as our west coast goes, we got a low pressure system that's starting to trickle its way into the Denver area. And that's what's going to be causing some of that snow in the high country and possibly move into the area for Monday as well. Speaking of Monday, let's take a look at what our 5-day forecast has in store for us. Monday, there you go. There's the 44 degrees, really going to be chilly for us compared to what we have been seeing. And there's that slight chance of snowstorms as well. And we could see just a trace on Monday, and then we start a warm up again on Wednesday at 65. Thursday, pretty warm at 70 degrees. Friday, 68. And then just a friendly reminder that we do have a time change this weekend as well. Sunday, November 2nd at 2 a.m. If you want to wake up exactly at that time, you can turn your clocks an hour back. You'll get an extra hour of sleep, and the sun will start to go down just a little bit earlier in the day.
Fantastic. I love your costume. I think you win. You win.
Absolutely. You
Thank
have to
you.
win best costume of
It's
the day.
amazing.
Well, the magic of the green screen kind of disappeared a little bit.
It is
I'm
amazing,
It's all right.
creative.
It's all right.
It's actually a sombrero. So it's pretty crazy. You just put cotton on
Very
it.
nice. Very nice.
Nice. Up next, we find out where kids can find the best trick-or-treat neighborhoods. We'll be right back.
Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down.
Where I bring Hollywood a mile high.
Aligning the Hollywood stars over Denver.
I'm here to bring you the latest juicy gossip from the mile high to the streets of Hollywood.
Give your most handsome look to that camera.
Where I'll be bringing you the latest gossip from Tinseltown all the way up to a mile high.
I didn't get any injuries. I was okay. I was a little dancing, these, you know.
Check us out every Friday live at 12:30 p.m. on The Met Report.
Now joining us for EMET is our very own fitness queen, Melanie Townsend. What are your Halloween plans for tonight, Mel?
You know, being a hot 80s aerobics instructor takes a lot of work. So I think I'll skip out on the treats this year, but I'm still up for a few tricks. For those of you like me still scrambling to try and find a few fun things to do tonight for All Hallows Eve, don't worry, because I've got you covered. Ready to get your scream on? For all you guys and ghouls still looking to get in one last scare, come to the Haunted Field of Screams, where all your worst nightmares are hidden within Denver's largest cornfield, and where you can also engage in an epic paintball battle with the undead. Meet me on the dance floor because it's about to go down at Halloween. Dress up in your spookiest or sexiest costume attire and get ready to dance all night to a performance by an international superstar. Daybreak's very own Chris Parente will be hosting, so it will be no doubt entertaining. You all may know that Halloween is the time where the veil between our world and the next is at its thinnest. So up for a little one-on-one with spirits tonight? Stop by Isis Bookstore downtown for their 5th annual Halloween seance. Get in touch with a few of the living and the dearly departed. Yes, guys, it's bound to be a fearsome fun night for the young and the old everywhere in Colorado. But you can't have a good time without one totally tubular costume.
Disguise's Costume Superstore is located on West Colfax, and it's opened up year-round. We caught up with store manager Cindy Catanese to see what's trending for Halloween this year.
Superheroes are big. If you're a little girl between the ages of 3 and 12, Elsa and Anna from Frozen is big. Mostly what we do is a lot of things for people who like to do their own thing.
If Disney isn't exactly your niche, Disguises carries more adult costumes as well.
Steampunk is really big. It's a really cool look. It's a kind of a Wild Wild West look. It's vintage. but it's futuristic vintage, if you will. That's going big. Superheroes are never going to be unpopular. They're always going to be popular. And so we try to get the latest ones, but also still maintain all the classic ones. Of course, there are a million procrastinators in the world who are coming in now to get their Halloween costumes. Join the club. And so, you know, we have tons of stuff now, but, you know, the sooner the better.
And students, if you're on a tight budget, Disguises also carries Halloween specials.
Yeah, we are. We're offering all our packaged costumes at 20% off, which is really good. It puts us very competitive with online and also all the temporary stores that pop up this time of year and try to get a piece of the pie.
But why shop at Disguises the week before Halloween?
If you like craziness, the last week before Halloween is a good time to come.
For the Met Report, I'm Michael Ronnebaum.
It's always great when you have the perfect costume to show off, especially when you're a kid. And the best part is finding out where all the Halloween hotspots are for the best decorations and the best candy. Congress Park is ready for some ravenous trick-or-treaters this year. The square-shaped neighborhood features neat Halloween decorations and easy short strolls for parents and their little monsters who are in for a Halloween adventure. Make your way southeast to visit Country and Club and Cherry Creek. These neighborhoods are packed full of beautiful houses displaying their Halloween spirit and have very giving neighbors that will satisfy even the biggest of sweet tooths. Pull the party over to make your final destination to Washington Park. The easy walking neighborhood is loaded with gorgeous homes that surround the park. Add great candy into the mix and it's a done deal. The perfect ending to a spectacular night. Well, the nice weather tonight is bound to have kiddos running from door to door all night long. But there's one place that has more than just sweets inside. The Stanley Hotel doors are always open for every living soul, along with the deceased.
Nestled within the rustic mountain town of Estes Park, the Stanley Hotel is 7,500 feet above the ordinary. It is a place of luxury, unique history, and was the inspiration behind one of the most iconic horror stories of all time. The 100-year-old landmark also ranks high on the haunted list due to its real supernatural occurrences. Guests, staff members, and tour guides can confirm that it's not just the living that likes to hang around here.
Join us as the Met Report delves into the haunted history of the Stanley Hotel.
There was a hallway behind us. I thought it was in the room. And I told my husband the night before, I heard the people behind us making a lot of noise, running up and, you know, like they were doing something in the room, and got up in the morning and there was just a hallway behind us. So that kind of freaked me out.
We had a couple about 2 weeks ago that were upstairs taking pictures on the 4th floor, and they came running down because in their camera there's somebody was standing behind the husband, and it's obviously a ghost figure, you know, because there was nobody behind him.
If you're staying in room 217, don't worry about unpacking. Miss Wilson will take care of it for you. An apparition believed to be a maid injured in an electrical explosion within 217 haunts the room by folding clothes, making beds, and watching over guests while they sleep. Nice lady, but creepy nonetheless. The concert hall is a well-known hotspot for paranormal activity. The Met Report team encounters two mischievous spirits, Lucy and Paul. As you can see, they get our hearts jumping. So what other mysteries and terrifying secrets does the Stanley Hotel have to offer?
There are 10 years of history of this hotel that we have no idea what happened on this property. And there is something in the carriage house that no one can explain.
I do believe in activity here. I mean, I've walked in this room one night where it's been real warm and I hit a spot and it was freezing, and I was with somebody else and I'm like, did you feel that? And they're like, oh yeah.
It's the perfect place for a spooky Halloween night. Check into the Stanley Hotel, where the spirits remain forever.
Oh yeah, that place had me just a little freaked out. Okay, who am I kidding? I was terrified. But it still won't keep me from going to other haunted houses in the future, and it definitely won't keep me from seeing these awesome new must-sees.
Oh my gosh, did you see that? You gotta check it out. I wanna see that.
That's so cool. I can't wait.
We have to go and check that out.
Let's see.
Well, thank God we don't have this guy on our Met Report team. Gyllenhaal makes a shocking appearance on the silver screen at what is said to be the breakthrough performance of his career. He stars as a seriously deranged, self-made crime reporter who will do anything to get his story. The role made the actor drop 20 pounds and even get stitches after an explosive scene that required him to punch a glass mirror. Dedication like this has to make for one good film.
Whosoever be he worthy, you shall have the power. Whatever, man. It's a trick.
No, it is much more than that, my friend.
If I lift it, do I get to rule Asgard?
Yes, of course.
I will be fair but firmly cruel. Be right back.
It's here, guys. The trailer for the Avengers sequel leaked by Marvel Comics now has fans on the edge. A second trailer was released on Tuesday, giving an exclusive look at the new film featuring Tony Stark and his superpowered gang having their party crashed by Ultron, the rogue and nefarious robot motivated to destroy the Avengers one by one.
There are no strings on me.
Circle those calendars, guys. The movie hits theaters May 1st, 2015. You guys, I'm so excited for the Avengers. God, I love those guys.
It should be pretty awesome.
I heard somebody
We are.
dies, and I'm so sad.
I know.
I don't know. I want to know who it is. But
they could hire us.
Yeah,
We'll step in.
we already have the
with the
costumes.
haunted houses, guys. Okay, now I know I was freaked out, but I'm still gonna go to one. Some other one in Colorado.
Yeah, you were the worst.
You know what? Hey, this is why I have weights. It's all working out. See this? See these muscles? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Well, don't go anywhere.
You do not want to miss Myles Potter's costume.
Metro Sports is next.
All night long and do it all again so I can find my way back home.
The sun seems to shine a little less since you've been gone.
You were the one I wanted. Don't stray, don't ever go away.
I'll just smile and everyone will wanna go with it. Oh.
Now joining us for Metro Sports is the sweet and sour Myles Potter.
After a 7-3 loss to Carl School of Mines last Sunday afternoon, men's soccer was looking to explode against the Thunderwolves of CSU Pueblo last Friday night. CSU came into the weekend on a 4-6 weekend, while the Roadrunners were looking to jump back into first place. Jack Mayfield looking to put his team on the board, but Sam Hausentine had different ideas. But man, this kid had heart. He would have 10 saves on the night. Corner kick now for the Roadrunners, and the Thunderwolves decide to put MSU on the board. And that would be just the start of things. 20 minutes later, MSU on again. Jeff Gillis goes far side, putting his team up 2-0. But CSU Pueblo goes to "Oh Captain, my Captain" as Johnny Sawyer slips the D and goes top shelf and celebrates with his merry mates. 90 seconds later, Jeff Belfridge on the breakaway seals it for it, slides one past the keeper to make it 4-1. Roadrunners would go on to win 5-1.
We needed one very badly. We were very flat against UCCS in the first 45. We were extremely flat against Mines in the first 45. And, you know, one of the points of the team talk was we got to come out and put 90 together. You know, we know we have skilled players. We know we have a good system. So to come out and make sure that we're putting a first half and a second half together, now you're starting to see what the potential that this team has.
Last Sunday, Metro would fall to Fort Lewis in overtime by a score of 1-2. Then Wednesday night, they would face off against Regis, losing that one 1-0. They are now 10-6 overall and 7-6 in the RMAC. They will finish off the regular season tonight against the number 1 team in the RMAC, Carl Mesa. That game kicks off at 7 p.m. Volleyball came into the weekend on a 6-game winning streak, when they beat UCCS last night before 3 sets. The next night, they would face off against their bitter rival Regis University. Metro was looking to beat Regis for the 2nd time in a week. First set, Roadrunners wasted no time as Summer Greger drops the dime. And then later on, Kylie Hahn says, anything you could do, I can do better, as she ups her teammates, winning the first set 25-23. Regis would take the second set and looking to get the third set while Jackie Lopez is blocked to the net. Then Mary Schroeder gets some. Regis takes the 2-1 advantage, winning it 25-14. MSU would rally in the 4th set. Then Lauren Chiano shows you why she's one of the best. Says, good night, nurse. And then again, but look at the power. MSU goes on to win the 5th set in the match, 3-2.
Regis played better than they did last weekend, but we came out very flat. We talked about the way we prepared in our serve and pass practice, and it just wasn't what it needed to be, and that was reflected in the first 3 sets. We were very fortunate to get it turned around in time. I appreciate the way our team battled, but I'd like to see us start a lot better than that.
Roadrunners improved to 19-3 overall and 13-1 in the RMAC. They're off to their best start of the season since 2001. MSU will travel to Black Hill State tonight to face them. After a 2-1 win on Friday night versus Fort Lewis and a 1-1 tie against New Mexico Highlands, the number 8 women's soccer team came into Wednesday night with a chance to jump into first place in the RMAC. They would face off against their bitter rival number 15, Carl School of Mines. And Mines, boy, they would have a game any coach would be proud of. First half, Carissa Price sails one just over the crossbar. But this was the night of freshman goalkeeper Brianna Flores, who said, forget this, as she would have 7 saves on the night and her best yet to come. Flores has been the star of this women's soccer team, only allowing 10 goals all season. Late in the second half, still tied at 0. Abby Rolfe on the free kick, takes it. Oh, hits the post. And this game is heading into overtime. Last minute in overtime, Flores trying to play it to her defense, turns it over. Mines shaken, and Bacon moves in, is taken down. Flores, ref calls a PK. Game over, right? Wrong. Flores again keeps her team alive. Even Rowdy's pumped up. Last chance for the Roadrunners. Brandy Farley finds Price in the middle, shoots, saved by Yates. She would also have 7 saves on the night. Metro and Mines tie at 0. Metro is still 1 point from the top of the RMAC.
Her walk up, her demeanor, I was just able to read her and just be really focused on her body language the entire time.
Okay, so when it happened, that's got to feel great, right? That's got to be one of the best things you can do as a goalkeeper, one-on-one against someone that's taking a penalty kick. So how did you feel after that, knowing that you kept your team in it?
Well, at first I was really surprised. I didn't realize I actually made the save, and then I got up and everyone was surrounding me. I'm like, wait, what just happened? It was a really surreal moment.
With the tie on Wednesday night, Metro is now 12-1-4 overall and 9-0-4 in the RMAC. They will finish off the regular season tonight at 4:30 against Western State University. But guys, check this out. The baseball team yesterday decided to have a costume baseball game.
Ooh.
We had everything from a Teletubby, as you can see. We had a couple of Jesuses out there. We had a gorilla. Coach Oates is a gorilla.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah,
That's fancy.
Penguin. Look at the penguin and the ostrich guy. You know what? The ostrich dude tries to steal second base right here. It's pretty funny to watch him run. I mean, Pikachu throws him out by a mile.
Oh, Pikachu.
And then the pitcher. This guy was the best. I mean, look at this dude.
Dapper.
That's
Right?
clean.
I know,
Look at
right?
him.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. I mean, they do this every year. It's really fun to see them do it.
Very clean. Very clean.
That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. You didn't see me out there, though.
No? Were you wearing this getup?
Yeah, Jake from State Farm was out there, though.
Really?
Yeah,
Jake
the
from State Farm.
Khakis.
All right.
So, it was pretty funny.
Well, that does it for this Halloween edition of the Met Report. For Josh Cozart, Melanie Townsend, Myles Potter, Michael Ronnebaum, and the entire Met Report staff, I'm Erica Lloyd.
And don't forget to check us out on mymetmedia.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Happy Halloween,
everybody!